stick that time. Ranheim, he gets hit by Neely. Down he goes. He's with the puck right there. Oakes trying to center Neely again. This line's been out all night long. Neely just took down Reichel away from the puck.
Cam Neely is flexing.
Reichel retaliates on the far side on Glenn Wesley.
But the Calgary Flames knew it was coming, so they're trying to engage. Look at the hit by Roberts on Don Sweeney. Sweeney was lucky to get up, and Cam Neely, boy, he's had 4 big hits already in this game. That's one on Paul Ranheim. Cam's ready, chomping at the bit. We're still not quite sure why Cam Neely elected to play. Oh, he just ragdolled Robert Reichel.
Roberts, the trailer. Roberts. Ooh. Otto, a shot over the head on Wesley. Titov's got it. Titov dropped it in the middle. Ranheim stood up, knocked down by Sweeney. Few chances. Only 7 shots by the Flames.
Well, hitting has been a big part for the Flames. Look at that hit, and that could have been called an interference penalty. That hurt Brian Smolinski. It broke his stick and it hurt him. It was Joel Otto that took him down. Neely is off on the slash now.
By Kidd. Puck loose behind the net. Titov trying to get it out of there. Cam Neely knocked down by Suter. Titov, Suter, Joey Juneau. Juneau looking to the middle. Juneau gets tripped. No call.
Ooh. A pretty good chop by Cam Neely. It wasn't.
Otto sends it over. 14 on the power play. Suter knocked down, and he may be hurt. He's down and hurt. He may have gotten hit with a knee. There is no penalty.
Coming face to face. Watch it from this angle. Oh, he didn't really put his knee out that much. You know that? He really did not. Gary Suter wasn't able to get wide of him. I mean, he had his skates far apart, and their knees did lock, but he never lifted his leg up and never did really look like he stuck his knee into it.
Made some saves tonight that are a little questionable without love. A hard hit by McGinnis on Leach.
I think pass. You almost never get a shot on goal if the pass doesn't make it through. There's the charge by Glenn Featherstone.
Near side, Trevor Kidd blocks it and hangs on as Wesley had moved in, and he and Petit.
Oh, Glenn Wesley got stuck between 2 other players, between Cam Stewart. Yeah, here we go. Ted Drury now.
Stevie Leach.
Well, Cam Stewart and Paul Kruse, number 12. Kruse is one of the tough guys from Calgary, and Cam Stewart doesn't like the fact that Kruse won't let him go. There's Stewart, 16 on the right. He still won't let Stewart go. All Stewart's trying to do is get him to let him go. Well, the Calgary Flames got their big guys out there. There's no question about it. Sandy McCarthy, a big tough rookie, is out there for Calgary. He's in the middle of it.
McCarthy's the towering figure in the red uniform wearing number 15. Referee Roberts has a hold of him right there.
Yeah, he got into a huge battle with Jim McKenzie of the Hartford Whalers last night. Did pretty well.
Bill, you and I were talking about his numbers. He is.
There he is. That's McCarthy. That's face to face. Oh, here we go now. Toe to toe, baby. That's Kruse finally.
And Leach.
And it wasn't Cam Stewart. We just had a shot of Stewart standing there with Sandy McCarthy. Ooh, did Steve Leach land one? Kruse is bleeding. You bet Steve Leach landed one. Looks like he landed a pretty good one.
Mike Milbury said in the Boston Globe this morning about Stevie Leach, what's he got? 1 goal? And glance over at the Pims. You'll find not very much there either. That might be a story there.
Well, that was the knock on Steve Leach because of the penalty minutes that he didn't have. And watch 27 in white. Look at Kruse coming around. Yeah, okay, baby. Where does he get him? Oh, it might have even been the first one. But I said in the first period, Steve Leach is the kind of kid, like a lot of players, that would really respond to that kind of challenge. The criticism from the management ends up being a challenge to a player like Steve Leach. And Steve Leach just signed a 4-year, $675,000 per year deal with the Boston Bruins. There's a certain obligation there, too, that I think he feels.
Well, he'll add to his penalty minutes there. Look at that rip.
See, that's Paul Kruse, and that's how it started with Cam Stewart. Look at him. See, Kruse is smart. He's looking at referee Roberts. And there's the guy you were talking about, Sandy McCarthy.
Look at the penalty minutes this guy has piled up in his junior days and Salt Lake. His penalty minutes 269, 297, 326, and 220 over the last 4 years. You got to work. You got to work to get those kind of numbers. Guess why he's here. Sends it out to Roberts. Roberts at center, but Wesley's there with him. Wesley takes him down.
Hey, that's the end of a battle. Some hard fighting. Watch Roberts get squeezed off by Hines when he was trying to catch Wesley. And then I'll take you, Wesley. And look at the rake by Gary Roberts. The play ended up coming up along the boards, and watch Wesley finish him off. Why, they say that Glenn Wesley hasn't played physically enough here in Boston. That's about as physical as Glenn Wesley can play.
The Bruins a 5-3 lead. The Calgary bench all over Roberts, the referee, for that non-call on the trip. Oates to Neely. Trip! Hat trick! Cam Neely! As the Boston Bruins have won it by a score of 6-3. John Casey, the victory in net.